Welcome to another Women and a Series with Nzetubo Sigwe, Ezekolomuo. Today I want to discuss revisiting Celestine Prophecy. Celestine Prophecy is a book by James Redfield. I don't know whether any of you have read this book. I know some of you must have read the book, but I want us to look at some of the insights in the book and see how it connects to what we are doing here. I think this is a very important book that if you have not read it, I recommend it. I will advise you read the book as someone who is a seeker of knowledge. You know that we are seeking our own knowledge through the ways of our own ancestors, Odinani. That's how other people are also seeking knowledge, the spiritual truth, through their own ways. Different religions are different paths to spirituality, but by the time we get into the spirituality, see that all the parts, all the religious parts begin to converge into one. So you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Is a spiritual truth in all religions. So we are going to look at some of the insights in this book, and I think that this book is prophetic. Despite that the name of the book is Celestine Prophecy, the book is prophetic. They predicted that around this period that people will start being in search of knowledge. So if you're coming out across this channel, or you're a constant follower of this channel, I want you to know that this book predicted that you'll be watching this channel, and this book predicted that this kind of message will be coming out by this period of time, that we are approaching a time that people will start looking for this kind of knowledge that we are sharing on this channel and other channels, because I say that I'm not the only one. We are many. A lot of us are, unfolding, unraveling these mysteries of the universe, but we are doing our own through the ways of our what Igbo ancestors, or the Nanandibo. Now, the first instructive thing that this book is woven around the fabric of the book about coincidences and chances. People will say that it was a coincidence, it was chance. There is nothing like coincidence in nature. There is nothing like chance. For you coming across my channel, it was not coincidental, it was not by chance. It has been programmed, it has been made that this so time that you come across this channel. Why? Because you are seeking for a particular truth. The Orientals, I say that once the student is ready, the master will appear. Why? Because everything in nature is what? Structured. I've thought about predestination in this channel. We are following a particular path. Things do not just happen. Flowers do not just bloom. Everything has been programmed to happen at a particular time. So there is nothing like coincidence. So the whole themes of this book, or the theme of this book, the general theme of this Celestine Prophecy, is about coincidences, about chances, things that we think that are coincidence. If we start being more conscious, we know that those things are not what? Coincidence. That those things we are prepared to happen. Those things we are arranged to happen. At times you run into a friend, you feel that you run into the person by accident. You visit a place, you feel that you visited the place by accident. Something happens to you, person, perhaps a blessing or even a misfortune, and you feel that it was accidental. It was not accidental. It has been planned to happen, and it goes in line with our Igbo belief system. Now, before you go to more. Say here, do you understand that chance encounters often have a deeper meaning? Those things that you are calling coincidence, it has a deeper meaning. But the problem is that we did not settle down to examine all these deeper meanings. Why did this thing happen? For you to understand. So most of us are ignorant of the real meaning of the role that thing that you have called coincidence has come to play, or it played towards the advancement of your existence, or towards your evolutionary journey. And the book went further to say what? If one can connect and build up enough energy, then coincidental events begin to happen consistently. Those things you said are coincidence, you can see that it can also be programmed. If you start being more conscious, you see that more of it will start what? Happening. In your search of truth. If you remember in one of my teachings of sheep, I said what? Mana agwaghị ige ha ntị, ọ ya esi ike ịda na-agwa gị ọzọ. Maka nwa nke mbụ ya eje ije tupu nke ebu eme ego agbaba ọsọ. So we are almost saying the same thing, but we are saying it in different languages. If you want to sharpen your consciousness, then you need to start being more open, more conscious of those things that we call coincidence. Pay attention to those intuitive voices. or igechigonte. Now, one of the things that the book also harped on is what? The rule of science. How science created soulless what? Existence. Repeatedly, I've said it here, that one of the problems we are having, or should I say one of the things that are causing delay in this ordinary awakening, is people who are educated finding it very difficult, or seeing some of the things we are saying about ordinary superstition. It's science that created this kind of belief system. And science creates a kind of soulless what? Existence. Mgbe gboo asị na na-ajụ ase. Mana kịta, afọ onye gụrụ akwụkwọ, someone that is educated, the person will say that I don't pander to all these things, that these things are what? Superstition. Those things that you are calling superstitions, some of those things are the yearning of the soul. So science tries to create facts, why these things happen, and the ones that they cannot explain why it happens, they discard it. They heap it. They throw it into the dustbin of what? Superstition. And that's where soulless existence begins to what? Happen. Mechanical existence. You start existing like a machine, as if you don't have a spirit, as if you don't have a soul, as if the universe does not have a soul, as if the community does not have a soul. In my book, which is coming up, it will be out by next year, I said something. Each time you break the ordinana, you destroy the fabric of the community. That's how some of us also lose our soul. There are some things that manifest, but we cannot prove them. We cannot see them through microscope. For example, I have a spirit inside me, but I cannot see it with my ordinary eyes. Some people can become too spiritual to the extent that they condescend on science, and some people become too scientific that they condescend on the spirit, on the matters of the soul. This book explored this whole thing. It's trying to explain how science has created the kind of existence that we are in. Soulless existence. Science as the precursor to a soulless existence. Another area that this book explored is what? The church. The church trying to be the gatekeeper of truth. Many of the things we say about Odinani now, the pure theologians, Christian theologians, they know that all these things are true. But they are trying to gatekeep what should be the spiritual truth that should be out. The church is the one controlling the world. This belief in one God was created by the church. Before church, through Constantinople, created the belief in one God, all the cultures believe in polytheism. They believe in the existence of many gods. So the concept of one God was created by the church. And they created this system to gatekeep the truth, to decide what the people know about spirituality, about God, trying to be a link, an interface between man and God, and this very God. But it's not supposed to be so. It was this mistake that weird a lot of people out, that made people to start being more scientific. Because you are covering a lot of truth with faith, belief. And people started to question. This is what created science, the scientific revolution, the Renaissance period. And this is what led to people saying, okay, no, we are tired of this thing. We don't want to believe in all these superstitions. It's church that created this present mistake that science is making. Some people who feel that they are too educated to believe that spirits exist, that ancestors exist, that someone who dies has just transitioned but is still existing. That some of our cultural beliefs have a reason why it is so. All these things sound so superstitious. This ordinary awakening is coming now because this is how it has been propositioned to be. Ndị Bible say go na-ekwu na ife na-atọ ụtọ, ọ na-ekwu na ife aha atọ ụtọ, ikwu ife ọ na-atọ ke. Isi na ife na-atọ ụtọ, ikwu ife ọ na-atọ ke. Isi na ife aha atọ ụtọ, ikwu ife ọ kwesịrị ịda na-atọ ke. So we have seen what science has done, we have seen what Christianity has done. So it's now important that we now balance it with Odinani, what our ancestors were doing before. So there is a reason the Odinani are awakening, because Christianity came to condemn Odinani. Now Christianity have had sway for like 50, 70, 80, 90 years in our life, and we have seen it. And we are asking ourselves, are we? What's off? I had a case that I treated last week. In a family, 5 men. And out of the 5 men, 4 got married. He's only one that was able to give birth to 3 children. The other 3, they are not able to give birth to any children. The 5th one didn't marry. And these people got up to 60 something years before they died, and nobody tried to ask questions. It was when we started trying through alpha divination, they found out that a particular dollar tree was cut down. And we know the importance of Odala tree in the Igbo belief system in Odinana. It is there for what? Fertility. And that's why nobody was giving, even the daughters that were married out, they were not able to what? Give birth in their husband's house. Nobody was asking questions. This is the Igbo belief system. And I can tell you that in this my Odinana, I've seen a lot of cases like that, where people who felt that they are Christians, where they are supposed to go and ask questions, they will not ask questions. You see a particular pattern repeating. So the ordinary awakening is happening now for a particular reason. Now the book also talked about dream. Dreams come to tell us something about our lives that we are missing. I've done a video on dreams. I've said that if you are not dreaming, if you are saying that you are into ordinary and you are not dreaming, there is a problem. Because you're a spirit being. People say that alone. If you're sleeping in the night, it's this body that you're sleeping. The spirit that wears the body does not sleep. So you need to know some of your activities and activities of others through dreams. Because most times it's through dreams that our ancestors, our chi, our forces, our Izumes will send us messages. We must assume every event has significance and contains a message that somehow pertains to our question. We must be able to find out the silver lining in every event that happens in our life, both the ones that appear to be what? Negative. This book agrees with us that Odinana brings you closer to nature. True spirituality makes you to appreciate nature. Any religion that takes you away from nature creates an emptiness inside you, because we are all part of nature. When you start valuing too much value in material things and start believing that everything is about what you can see and what you can feel, then there is a problem. It's taking you away from nature. And Odinana is saying, come back. That's why in Odinana times, you see some of us doing some certain things and we are barefooted. You see some of us, we don't want to really tie. We just want to let the feet touch the ground for you to stay connected. We talk about trees, we talk about water, we talk about earth. I will enjoy you to go to read this book. If you have not read it, if you have read it, go back and read it now with more clarity. There is a message in there for you. There is a poignant question we should have in mind. You need to ask yourself, if you don't do that daily, why are we here? Why am I here on earth? Is it to just build house? Is it to just marry? Is it to just give birth? Is it to just wake up in the morning and go to work and all that? Is that the reason why I'm here on earth? Perhaps if you are looking for the answers and you've not gotten, perhaps this book will help you. We are here for a reason. Have you ever asked yourself, why was I born into this family? All these things are questions that are answers that Odinana that is there in Odinana. Because I keep saying that Odinana will make you look down. You are here for a purpose, you are here for a reason. So stop existing and start living. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and share. I would like to hear from some of you. If you have any question, please, you can reach me through the number on the screen or my email address or my other social media handles. Thank you.